Hi, I'm Lana Gelb, and I am part of the Carney Girls. The other one, where there's two of us, is my daughter, Tracy, and she is also a Carney girl. We have become carnivore, and we are excited to be launching this wonderful YouTube channel that is going to uh, tell a story about our journeys and what we have accomplished and how we've done it and who we are. So for me, and of course, it's been very different for the two of us. We're two different people with two different metabolisms and two different approaches to life. But it's been quite remarkable. I call this the U-turn because that's exactly what I did. I have been plant-based. I'm going to say 90% plant-based for the past probably 50 years. And in June, I got exposed to a life-changing YouTube. And that was with Ari Whitten and his guest that he interviewed, who was Dr. Robert Lufkin, who had written a book on the lies that I told in medical school. And I found that very intriguing. I decided I was going to I think it was an hour and a half, and it was about, I didn't know really what it was about, but I knew that what is happening in our medical system, our pharmaceutical system right now, is not healthcare, it's sick care. And as a holistic brain longevity neuroplasticity specialist, I found this intriguing that a doctor would be admitting to lying to his medical students so blatantly, and in a book, and in being interviewed. And then I later saw his interview with Dr. Ken Berry as well. So that really changed my outlook. And being as dedicated and disciplined as I am to different modalities in my life, I certainly took a moment and decided to try it. Why not try it? So my daughter and I went on a pledge to each other that we're going to do it for 90 days as the cells in the body change after 90 days, and many things do. And that's a good period of time, 3 months, to check it out. This led me actually to literally hundreds of YouTubes from Dr. Berry, from Dr. Sean Baker, from Dr. Anthony Chafee, who's a neurologist. And as I'm very involved with brain work, I found that very fascinating that a neurologist would be doing carnivore, and for a total of 20 years he's been doing it. So I followed pretty much every one of his YouTubes, I could say. And people like Georgia Edie, Dr. Georgia Edie, who's a nutritional psychologist. Who else? Dr. Abadia, the heart surgeon. I mean, it just goes on, and all these people are just remarkable and have changed my perspective. So now, today, I am on day 135, and it's been an interesting journey. I did cheat one time for 4 days. I have to be transparent here. And that is because I had my little bird that I've had for 25 years, who's like my son, passed away on the 8th of October. And it was my daughter's birthday the week before, and it just was a dismal thing because he was so sick. I'd never seen him sick in the 25 years that I've had him. He's lived with me longer than any of my husbands, and also longer than my parents, longer than my children lived with me. So it was a very sad and traumatic occasion. So we went a little crazy during that time because it also was a birthday celebration at home. I also have been watching a lot of Homestead Howie, and he's also called, his name is Kerry, and he's been extremely interesting, and my daughter's been following him a lot. My main reason for even getting diving into this has been because I am a holistic practitioner, and I know a lot of the things that have been going on that have been so dismal, not just with the sad diet, the sad American diet, but it's the standard American diet, should I say. But it's been a journey to work with the people that I do, because I've been in South Florida for the past 46 years. And for 42 years, I've been a wellness specialist and a brain specialist in the last 14 years. So I have spent my life searching for the ideal and the best and the most relevant and the most beneficial modalities and programs for health, for better health, for optimal health. And I never in my lifetime ever thought about carnivore. In fact, I was very resistant at the beginning and felt that it was very extreme and didn't have any interest in it till I did. And now that I've experienced it for 135 days minus 4 days, you could say, I'm very excited to share this with my clients, with my patients, with my family, and with my friends. What I deal with in neuroplasticity, and I understand to a degree that human beings are very stuck in their ways, stuck in their stories, and you can take a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, or her. And I know this, I understand this, and I respect this. So it's actually, when I hear all these stories that these people have from people like Howie and from people like Dr. Ken Berry, it's so hopeful for me. It makes me feel like there is hope. People can really change. I did. And like I said, I was primarily plant-based. When I make up my mind to explore a program, I really do a deep dive. And this is what I've done here. Before COVID, I'm about 5'3", and I'm almost 78 years old, and I'm small in build. And I've been very active and athletic my whole life. I was very lean with a lot of good muscle mass, and still have excellent muscle mass, and I'm still relatively lean now, but I did get up to 168 pounds before the pandemic. During the pandemic, I lost about, I want to say, I went down to 140, you could say, 100 and something like that. But when I started this program, I was 140 for 145. I'm now down to 136. I did not do this for my weight. I've always felt like my weight was relatively okay for me, except at the beginning of COVID. But I did it for different reasons. I want to be able to understand the mechanisms of what happens in the brain and in the body when meat and eggs are the primary foods. I've always been a proponent of water, specifically certain kinds of water, which I'll talk about in another YouTube. And I've always felt that salt is good for us. That's just been innate in me, and that it did not cause high blood pressure. We know what does, which are the carbs and the sugar, etc. And I'm just very excited at being able to share that this journey for me has been life-changing. I've had all kinds of interesting things in terms of benefits. For example, you can see my hair. My hair is very thick and lustrous, and it's just better than it's ever been. My skin is amazing. I've never had Botox or any kind of conditioner or intrusive thing in my skin. I'm very picky with the products I use, and I'm very into understanding that the chemicals in the things that we have are very destructive to our systems as well.